What's up? What's up, guys, gals, you wonderful creatures of planet Earth? If you're here and you've made it this far, mad props to you. You're making a stride to take control of your health, adjust your lifestyle to optimize these pretty cool meat suits and intelligent mushy membrane to their very fullest. But first, let me introduce myself. My name's Kevin, otherwise known as D Franks, and I run liftandbalance.com, where our main objective is to take those fundamentals of health that have been researched and tested and are as close to proven as possible, as well as that new, cool, exciting research that's coming out basically on a daily basis, and then combine that together into one form of consumable, enjoyable, laughable, informative content for you to apply to optimizing your daily life. Oh, and we like to do it with a side of sarcasm, movie references, GIFs, and videos to make you question, is this whole thing a joke? Don't worry, it's not. But we're only doing our job if you question it every once in a while. So, on to the 4 ways that you can improve your life, not tomorrow, not a week from now, but today. 4 things that you can apply today to improve your life. 4 strategies, 4 ways of thinking are the following. Number 1, exercise. I'm just playing with you. I'm going to take the safe assumption and assume that you knew that exercise is beneficial for your health, and thus not going to waste your time with broad tips like that. These tips are more specific and ready to be applied today or tomorrow, depending on, what time it is, what time zone you're in. So, the real tip number 1, morning movement. We all know mornings are hard. No matter how hard you try, there always seems to be some sort of rush getting out the door. But before we get to mornings, let's talk about the night before. So much research has been coming out displaying the importance of our circadian rhythms, or our sleep-wake cycles. This is basically our natural biological clock, which regulates what our body does at different times of the day, what genes are expressed, what biological functions are active. So it can be extremely beneficial to get a little movement in within 5 minutes of getting up. And what do I mean by a little movement? No, I don't mean going to the gym and doing a full circuit workout. You don't have to go through a 40-minute run through the woods or hit the treadmill for a little bit. What I mean is just some basic, simple movement that's not going to take longer than 5 minutes. A little 5-minute yoga routine, some jumping jacks. Hell, do a little burpees. But the point here is to tell your body that it's time to get up, it's time to kickstart the metabolism, kickstart that biological function for the day. I personally get a little yoga routine about 5 to 10 minutes in every morning, and that sets me up perfectly. Very low impact, low intensity, but it tells my body, hey, let's go. Okay, so after your morning movement, tip number 2, start to become a master of your environment. I came across a fact a couple of years ago that was just totally mind-boggling. That we spend over 90% of our time indoors. Whether that be in our home, in our apartment, in our cars, at work, inside, shielded from the environment. When you look at it from a biological standpoint, we were meant to interact with our environment. So everything that we touch, everything we eat, everything we breathe, everything we put on ourselves has a way to positively or negatively affect us. A lot of modern day household items do a little more harm than good. I'm talking about the harsh cleaning products, some deodorant, self-care items, some sprays. All this stuff adds up. Multiplying that with the fact that we're not surrounded by nature, we're either in an urban city or an apartment or a house with a lack of biodiversity, meaning plants, that all can have a big effect on our health in the long run. There have been several studies that show simply holding some dirt for 5 to 10 minutes reduces anxiety and depression. Just that interaction with the microbes in the soil can do all that. It's amazing stuff. So if you don't have any houseplants in your environment where you spend most of the time, bring them in. Coupling that with the removal of toxic substances that you find in your house can really go a long way in shoring up your environment where you spend most of your time. So spend some time, understand and analyze your environment and how you can apply those tips to improve it. Now, number 3. Got fiber? The majority of Americans and people living in the Western world? Nope. What is fiber? Fiber is a substance that is only found in plants and is key to a healthy digestive system. It's broken down into soluble fiber and insoluble fiber. Both help move food through your digestive system, keeping you regular, and more importantly, feeding those trillion or so microbes that call you home. Our microbiome is the term that has been coined for all those microbes that live within us and on us. One of the most dense populations of microbes or bacteria is in our large intestines, in our colon. And what these microbes do is feed off of all of the foods that make its way down there. They ferment on it and they release beneficial or harmful metabolites that either aid our daily functions or cause disturbances. So the microbiome is now one of the most talked about aspects of modern day health, and the research just continues to flood out on it. One of the fastest keys to shoring up your microbiome is to start getting more fiber in your diet. The recommended daily dose is around 30 grams a day. I like to strive for more, but it's key to note that if you haven't traditionally eaten a lot of fiber, say you're in less than 10 grams a day, like a lot of Americans, going from 10 grams to 50 grams overnight can cause a little digestive issues, mostly with gas and discomfort, because now all these microbes are fermenting on all this fiber. So it's best to slowly increase your daily fiber intake over time and to let your body adjust along the way so there's no major discomfort as you incorporate this healthy change. There's a ton more I could go into on the beneficial effects of fiber in the microbiome. If you're interested for more, search the keywords microbiome, fiber, gut health on the blog, and you'll get a ton of content that comes up that you can use today. So we've made it this far. Morning movement. Master your environment. Get some fiber goals. Tip number 4, and what I want to leave you with, is how to cut yourself off. Now this is in terms of eating, not trying to cut yourself off while driving. I mean, I don't know how that would work, but don't try that. What I want you to focus on is when to stop eating at night. One of the beneficial philosophies that I've incorporated into my daily life is to let the digestive system rest while you rest. You don't want to finish a big meal and go right to sleep, where your digestive system is going to be working all night. It's going to be generating heat, making you uncomfortable, and all sorts of things. So plan your last meal about 2.5 hours before you go to bed. This will give you time to digest, to relax, and put you in an optimal position to get a great night's sleep and start the next day off right. A hot topic these days is intermittent fasting. And part of the benefits of that is to give yourself some time to digest and clear the track. Going to bed stuffed is just going to hinder your night's sleep and set you up for a less than optimal day the next day. So try implementing cutting yourself off about 2.5 hours prior to going to bed. See how that works. And if you have problems starting with that long, slowly work your way back. Trust me, your body can get used to it. So those are your 4 tips. If you want to stay current on our health adventures, check out Lift and Balance on Facebook and YouTube, where we upload new health videos and workout videos each and every week. Another way to get there is to click videos on the top navigation of the site. So check them out. Let me know what you think. I'd love to hear on the comments of what topics you're interested in and what you'd like us to cover. You can also subscribe to the bi-weekly newsletter, where we showcase some of the new research or topics that we've been following over the past 2 weeks. There's no sale here, just an invitation to come along for the ride and hopefully learn some cool shit along the way, right? Listen, we all know life's a game of balance, but I bet you didn't know that it's 10 times easier to balance while you're laughing. Wait, what?
Just want to